The question of the day is, why does America hate poor people? I came to the park this morning. I was trying to get my 3 miles. I was trying to burn some calories, lose some weight. And I was distracted because the park was filled with homeless people on tables, on the ground, all types of makeshift encampments. I saw all these homeless people. I saw people in the bathroom changing clothes, getting ready to go out of nowhere when you're living in the park. And I was like, why the hell do so many Americans, especially working class, poor Americans, why the hell do you hate poor folks? This really got on my heart because, EBT, the food stamps program, a lot of people have been cut from the food stamps program. And I've seen content creators, I've seen people in real life excited and happy that these people lost access to their food or lost a portion of their food. And I'm like, yo, these people, a lot of these people, I know they've had government assistance before. I'm like, how the hell? I know when you was down in your luck and life was kicking your ass, it felt really great that you had the SNAP program to go get some food. I know that made you feel, your heart feel good to be able to feed your family. And now to look at your face with glee as other people who are less fortunate than you lose access to their food. And goddamn, food is already hard. Like, I live off of MLK, and Kroger's is 6 miles away, and HEB is 6 miles away, and Walmart is 6 miles away. And so a fresh piece of fruit is 6 miles away. A fresh piece of fruit is 6 miles away. And so I'm looking at children, and they're obese, and they're eating chips, and you say, yeah, they should eat better. And I'm like, from your vantage point, I know that makes sense to you. But I live with these people. I've done it myself. To go to the grocery store, it takes 2 buses. The nearest grocery store is a Fiesta. Their produce selection is extremely limited. They sell a lot of goddamn food that's preservatives because that's what the hell they sell. That's what the hell they sell. And they sell it for an expensive ass price. And now this is these people's actual reality. And you say, shit, man, just work harder. The question, and I got to repeat it again and again, is why do so many Americans, especially working class Americans, hate poor people? Especially when working class Americans, man, you're one paycheck away from being poor. Nigga, you miss work for fucking, you get sick and miss work for 2 weeks, and your family is going to suffer. It's going to be a hard time in your household because all this shit is on your shoulders. And thank God there's a social safety net. So if you fall on hard times, your family don't wind up in the park like these people in the park. I fucking wonder why so many Americans hate poor people. I was thinking about Congress, it's kind of the people who represent us, who went and voted to slash public programs that benefit working class and poor people. As working class people and poor people cheer, yay! Get those poor people, beat up those brokies. Y'all motherfuckers should just work harder. Those Congress people who passed these laws, those 500, 600 people who passed these laws, nobody ever asked no questions about their finances. We pay you. We pay you $175,000 a year, give or take, right? $175K. How the hell do you have $1 million? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, how are you a multi-millionaire? Nancy Pelosi, how you been in Congress your whole life and you're worth hundreds of millions of dollars? No one cares. When you look up, you aspire to be Nancy Pelosi. You aspire to be Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You want to be Miss Lockett. You want to represent the people so you can steal from the people because everybody, they want to exploit poor people. You believe in exploitation. I believe in capitalism. I'm a capitalist. I think that there is room for everything. There's capitalism in our society and there's socialism in our society. When you call 911, 911 does not give you a bill. The fire department does not give you a bill. The public school system does not give you a bill. You got to help people when they need help, and you got to let people compete when they want to compete. Are these like thoughts, like you can't grasp these things? I'm really wondering. Like, you have to have a robust system to deal with 330 million people. A lot of them are poor, very few of them are not, and then a lot of you motherfuckers fall right there in the middle part where you don't qualify for food stamps, you don't qualify for Medicaid, And so if you have a baby, it might bankrupt your life. I understand. But have that conversation and fight for the rights that you believe that you know that you should have, to extend the social safety net to people who make less than $150,000 a year, because you're grinding really hard and you're still one paycheck away from being out here in the park. I just wanted to come and try to get in shape, you know. Physical fitness is important. Eating healthy is important. We can have a conversation about health while simultaneously not slashing food stamps. Yeah. Big fat motherfuckers should not be going to the grocery store and getting a basket full of processed foods. That's bad. Well, simultaneously, all I gotta do is look at those same politicians that fat person voted for, and they went and negotiated with all the cereal makers and all the soda manufacturers to say, hell, you have to, they gotta be able to buy this stuff when they go to the grocery store. So when they go to the grocery store, the number one food purchased with food stamps with the benefit is sugary drinks, soda water. You want your Coke, you want your Dr. Pepper. But I know you like it, but it was negotiated. It's a deal negotiated with the government so that you can use government funds to keep corporations rich as you get fat and stay poor. But so many people, instead of having this nuanced conversation, they cheer for poor people getting the fucking foot put up their ass. And I'm like, nigga, you can't be this dumb. You can't be this disconnected from reality. You can't be this disconnected from people, but I know you are. I know you are, because we're fucking some aspirational ass people. I believe that I'm working as hard as I possibly can to build one of the most greatest media companies in the history of the world on a simple belief in freedom, the greatest American alive, the most freest citizen that's ever existed in the history of the world, because we have the ability to disseminate information. Call in response, nigga, I say let's get free. What do you say? No, you want to be enslaved to the capitalist idea that just work harder. You're about to get a rude awakening. Artificial intelligence can outwork you. Artificial intelligence can outthink you. And so you know what you have that artificial intelligence doesn't have? Physical flesh, the ability to do the nasty and make babies. That's what makes you free. That's what makes you human. And so as we have like this rhetoric that puts pressure on poor people, lose Section 8, fucking no Medicaid, no food stamps, then that further depresses baby making, because poor people make the babies in a nation. In order for a nation, goddamn, you know, you might have 1,000 fucking terrible, I'm not gonna say terrible because babies aren't terrible. You might have 1,000 children who underperform in life. But if you get one genius that cures cancer or creates the next invention that pushes humanity to the next stage, the evolution of humanity, you gotta wade through a bunch of shit to get some good, and it's difficult. But hell, y'all are criticizing and you ain't willing to do no work. You ain't willing to do no work. You ain't willing to fight to raise wages. You're not willing to fight for nothing. You're mad at poor people because they eat junk food using SNAP. You're mad at the person using SNAP to buy junk food, but you're not mad at the United States government dropping bombs on babies. You're not mad at that part. You don't care about that part. You could care less. And so I guess the question I started off with is, you know, why do so many Americans hate poor people? Why do poor people hate poor people?